What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning into Sim's Vessel, where valiant, eclectic Samaritans share everyday lessons. It's your girl, Sim. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my podcast, where we will speak the truth, never hide but heal, and keep that shit all the way real. Let's face it, life does not come with a manual, so we go through life making dumbass decisions, constantly battling with who we are now versus who the hell we want to be, and no damn roadmap on how we plan to get there. We're just lost, trying to figure it out the best way we know how. And on top of that, we let our pride and ego stop us from asking for help. Let's break these generational curses, y'all, together and level up. We are only going to get one shot at life. We do not have fucking time to waste, okay? Let's get it. Welcome back, fam, to part 3 series, Insecurities Doesn't Have to Equal Inadequacy, episode 6 on social media jealousy and insecurity. I know that shit was long as hell, but this is episode 6 on social media jealousy, insecurity. Now, this is going to apply to all social media. So, you should be asking yourself if you have an insecurity with social media jealousy, and if you do, this is what you need to be asking. Do you see someone on there that has qualities or a lifestyle that you want? For example, you may be saying to yourself, they're beautiful, they're fit, living glamorously, etc., and you feel jealous. Now, some form of jealousy is normal, but you need to figure out where the hell you are on this spectrum. And how you can figure that out is asking yourself these insecurities about yourself, whether you're good enough in the ways that this person is showing up. As we all have uncertainty about ourselves, you may feel bad about yourself and or irritated with the other person. And these can lead to a number of actions like stalking a person with jealousy, criticizing yourself more, or comforting yourself with food, distractions, shopping, and any other things that you may be able to get into because you're trying to feed your soul, because jealousy is spilling out of you, especially when you start to compare your life to somebody else on social media. Now, I'm going to put this shit out here because I have talked about social media somewhat on, certain episodes within my podcast series. And first thing first, social media, 90% of the fucking time is not the fuck real. And people only show a fraction of their truth. So why get your panties and boxes in a bunch and start downing yourself, who you are, and the life you're living, just because it may not measure up or match what you are seeing on social media? It doesn't have to fucking match. It don't even have to be damn similar. Your life is your life. Their life is their life. You may not have the same morals, beliefs, or lifestyle as somebody else, but it doesn't mean that what you're living is any less than someone else's. Like, no ma'am, no sir, no. You don't know someone else's story or what is truly going on in their lives. Social media should be treated as fucking entertainment, giggles, laughs, and you hold the power in your hands to click off, ignore, delete, and motherfucking block. You can control the content that's coming your way. You can control the content that you choose to engage in. So if it's upsetting you or if it's triggering you, you need to start asking yourself, why? It really breaks my heart to know there are people committing suicide, hating themselves more and more, going broke and losing their fucking identity just to keep up with what they view as success or status. They start experiencing bullying and intimidation. And sometimes they're intimidating and bullying others because they feel like something inside them is missing. And the only way to cope is to tear someone else down. Like, I really be shaking my motherfucking head, which is why I tell y'all all the time, it's not that I tell you I can't do social media. Now, it's different levels to that. When I say I can't do social media, I don't want to force myself to try to fit into a world that I don't fit into. And I've known that since day one. Now, you can get on there and you may find a little bit of entertainment, or you may find a little group you may mesh with. But for the most part, for me, again, I tell you all the time, is a fraction of what people put on there. And for what I'm seeing, it be full of fucking lies. It be like, who the hell is saying that this is what social media is? Who the hell is saying that this is the status? Like, whatever happened to just be having fun? Whatever happens to just living your life? But you need to be asking yourself, are you putting on only what is good, only when you feel beautiful, only when you have 1,000,001 motherfucking filters, you done had all this shit done to you so that you can, or you done cleaned up every motherfucking thing just so that you can post? For other motherfuckers who's on a friends list, who's on a following list, these are not your fucking people. This may not even be your damn tribe. So why are you doing it? Why are you spending so much time? And that's where you have to start asking yourself, do I care more about what people think of me? What people will say about me? Versus how the fuck you feel and what you would say about yourself. Nobody's opinion of you matters outside of your own. So we about to get all the way into this episode on social media jealousy, insecurity, because it's real. It really is. And it's a struggle for me. And I'm just going to put it out there. You know, I'm doing a podcast. Whenever I release an episode, I do snippets on my social media. And people will like it. You know, some people may even comment. But I don't do it for other motherfuckers. Because if I was basing it off of likes, I would have stopped a long time ago. I'm basing it off of these people who need to fucking hear it. I'm trying to activate some shit inside of people that they may not even know that it's time for you to wake up. You are not alone. You may be having some of the same thoughts. You may be having some of the same habits, the same goals. But because your content intake of what you are now, the level that you're on, it may not be fueling the fire that your ass need to boss up, to level up, to love yourself, to start working and healing through some of these traumas and these triggers that's fucking you up, that's making you even feel like you're less than because you're comparing yourself to other motherfuckers. Why? I don't understand it. And that's why I say I don't do social media, because it's too much fucking work that doesn't, now don't get me wrong. We are in, a technical savvy situation, and an era in this world. However, it's a time and a place. You need to have boundaries. And you definitely need to know who the fuck you are before you start engaging in social media. Because if you're easily influenced, if you are gullible, and if you don't know who you are and have zero identity, anything that you open yourself up to may be liable to knock your ass off your damn game. Now, I'm secure in who the hell I am. I just don't feel like there's a lot of people who really register with where I'm at and where I'm trying to go and the barriers I'm trying to break in my life. I don't see that. It's a very small group. And it is becoming more popular, spirituality, journey, really having those tough conversations about what society is trying to program into us and how we need to really tap into who we are, who we've always been, because they don't want us to remember. But when you start having that conversation, the world right now is, let's be honest, the world right now, that's not really what's being put out in mainstream media. It's only a small ass population. And so, no. But I know that in order for me to really grow my podcast, I'm going to have to be more consistent on social media. And it's a pain in my ass. And I've been disobedient. The higher ups have been telling me to really go ahead and expand, because I need to activate more people and connect with more people that is aligned with my soul tribe. However, I feel like it's work. I feel like I love to live in the real world. I don't always want to have to put something out via fucking social media. I want day-to-day connections and conversations and growth with people, not through a screen. And definitely not through no fucking picture or no little minute video that could go either fucking way. So that was just a little tangent on how I struggle. But I definitely don't have any social media jealousy, because I remind myself it's a fraction of what people want to tell you. And that's where people be really getting it fucked up, when all you do is put out nothing but materialistic things, the trips and things that you have gone on, etc., etc. But then, God forbid something happens and you are experiencing a tough season in your life, people want to be like, oh, well, damn, what's going on with this person or this and the third. People are fucking people. Don't let this social media shit fool you. Do not. Everybody has feelings. Everybody has triggers. Everybody has insecurities. And if they sit up here and fucking tell you they not, they full of shit. And then that means, is that really somebody that you want to continue to follow? Is that really somebody that you want to continue to compare your life to? Why? When they can't even be real with who they are and what they're struggling with and what they need to fuel their soul. So you need to be very careful with what you're being jealous of and why is it making you so triggered. So some ways that you can combat these issues and these feelings when you are on social media and you're strolling and you feeling down in the damn dumps. I'm going to list off some things that you can do, that you can remind yourself of to put your ass back into perspective. Put your eye back on the goddamn ball. So this is going to be a little checklist. I'm about to read it off, but make sure you're really asking yourself these questions so that you can get to what's triggering you. And number one, you can clean up your goddamn following list, your friends list, because why have these people on here that all you do is roll your eyes? You're annoyed. Now, are you annoyed because you hating? Or are you annoyed because you feel like it's drama fed? Those are two different, energy levels. Because if you hating, the problem is with you. But if you feel like it's drama fed and it doesn't align with who you are or where you're trying to go, then that means that you have outgrown it and it no longer serves a purpose in your life. And so why keep them on your friends list if you don't gravitate towards them? For what and for why? Now, if you're just being messy and you are attracted to drama, then that's a you problem. That's not a them problem. So number one, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. If you live in an apartment, you see somebody board a house and that's your goal, okay, it will happen. You can align yourself with that energy so that you can attract those things, but you shouldn't be doubting yourself because you may live in a smaller house or you may live in a state that, you don't want to live in. Be grateful for where you are and be grateful for what you have. You got to pay homage to where you are because everybody's path and everybody's experience is going to be different. Now, I know that shit is easier said than done, but really just sitting in gratitude will allow you to be proud of yourself no matter what. And when you start to really just be grateful for any and every damn thing, you will start to realize it's not as bad as you thought. And it can actually be achieved if you just put in the work. The second thing is be proud of your friends. Be proud of your friends. Are these people that make your heart smile? Are they cheerleaders for you? Are they really inspiring you to go after your dreams and be a better person? Or are they energy vampire? Are they haters? Are they Debbie Downers? Are they frauds? Ask yourself these questions because you need to get to the bottom of why you may be having some social media jealousy. And if these people are really your friends, you shouldn't be jealous of their accomplishments. You shouldn't be like, well, why the hell this happened to them? Why does it happen to me? Excuse you? Everybody's path is going to be different. And just because somebody may have been able to obtain something, whether it was a goal, a success, money, whatever, materialistic things, quicker than you were, you shouldn't be hating. That's negative energy that you're putting out into the fucking universe. And if you're seeing them boast about their accomplishments, you should be proud of that. Hell, you should even be bragging on their accomplishments if you're really a friend. But if you are jealous every time you see something like this, it's a you thing. And you may need to do some healing. Preferably some shadow work. So clean up your friends list if, these people are really not genuine. If you don't talk to these people in your everyday life, if you don't even talk to them, and everyday life can be via social media if you may be distance apart, if you are only jealous of strangers that may be on your friends list, why? Because whether there's somebody in your everyday life or they are a stranger, you should still be able to big up somebody else. And be proud of how far they may have come, especially if they've been on your friends list for a while and you've been able to see some things, some downs and lows for those who's brave enough to put that out there. Because you got a lot of people who only put their successes, but they never tell you the struggles. They never tell you all the bad seasons they had to go through, all the reflection they may have had to go through in order to get to this blessing, in order to see this damn wake-up call, in order to obtain this goal. Number 3, and I talked on this briefly with number 1 and number 2, but turn that jealousy into something positive. Just because you may have had a thought or a feeling based off of a picture or a post or interaction via social media doesn't mean that had to stay as a negative thought. You could have turned it into something positive, because jealousy is normal to a certain extent. But when you hear jealousy, it's always related to negativity for the most part, if you can't see the difference. And instead of you trying to just stay in a negative state, you could ask yourself, like, all right, why am I feeling jealous? Give that damn emotion and that feeling life. Sometimes when you let that shit bubble up to the surface, you get a better understanding of why. Start dissecting it. Why am I jealous? Is it about this person? Is it about what they were able to achieve? Is it because this is something I've been trying to manifest and it hasn't been happening for me? Is it because this person's more beautiful? You need to get down to the foundation and the root of why you feel jealous in the first place. Because if you don't, you won't be able to turn that negative thought into something positive. You're going to constantly stay in that negative ass state, and it's just going to continue to fuel and feed off of your negative ass energy and grow into something bigger. So get an understanding of why. And I promise you, once you start to break it down, you'll see that you are just as capable, just as beautiful, just as talented. We are not supposed to be fucking lookalikes and the same. We are unique for a reason. So find your unique ways and your unique thing to get you to a similar goal. It doesn't have to look the same way. It doesn't even have to come to you the same way. But it doesn't mean that you won't get there. You feel me? Number 4, stop fucking seeking approval from other people. Stop it. Stop it. So many people get caught up on, damn, I only got 100 likes off of this. Damn, I only got 5 likes off of this. I don't post shit for fucking likes. Sometimes I get 5, sometimes I might get 50. That don't fucking stop the reason why I posted this shit. And it shouldn't stop you. If you felt like this is something I wanted to put out there, then you put it out there. But you shouldn't be feeling like, okay, like somebody be so happy. Let me give you an example. You could be so happy. You just took this by-man selfie that you felt like was just so cute. You wanted to put it up, right? Before you posted that damn picture or that video of whatever, you was at 100. You was like, yes, feeling yourself, as you should. But the moment an hour go by, 2 hours go by, and only 2 people liked it, or maybe only got 35 likes, then that 100 now starts to go down. That percentage starts going down to about 70, then 60. You can't do that. Because that's related to your worth and your value. And your worth and your value should never come from somebody else. So you do not need validation from somebody else. If you felt like that was 100% motherfucking picture or video, then that's what the fuck it was. Despite how many people liked it. Despite how many people may have commented it. That's not anybody's fucking fault but your own. So don't do it. Because when you start seeking that approval from other people, you start to obsess over it. And then that will really change how much you start posting, what you start posting. Damn, do people fuck with me like that? Maybe they don't. These are not even really your people. Like, seriously, you put too much emphasis on social media. Majority of your friend list, half of it is people that you do not know. I promise you that. And you can say that you have met them. You can say that you may have known them. They may be an acquaintance or an associate or whomever. Yes, but that doesn't mean you know them or they know you. And whether they know you or not they don't hold value over who you are and what you put out there and your content. Number 5, like I said before, be grateful for the little things. You don't know everybody's story. You don't know what people have gone through. You don't know what the fuck. You may have seen like, oh, damn, this person's living like this. You don't fucking know if they just got one room that's furnished. And when they walk out that motherfucking room, ain't nothing the hell in that house or that apartment but echoes. You have no idea because, again, no one shows 100% of their lives. Even if people that daily blog or vlog, is only a fraction. And then that fucking fraction is edited. You can't get wrapped up in your head about what you see. Because just take that percentage and look at a third of it. Let's be fucking honest. Look at that fucking third of that shit and take with it what you may. But you still have to be grateful for where you are in your journey, what you have, what you possess, and who you are. Now, I'm not saying you can't be inspired about something or someone you see via social media, but not to the extent that it tears you and your self-confidence down. No, ma'am. No, sir. I'm not having it. You cannot. And although I'm not somebody who's big on social media, that's really not my fucking thing. I like day-to-day interactions. I feel like it's another job. I feel like it's work. And I'm going to say, I'm really trying to put my best foot forward with putting myself more out there with social media in 2022, only because I want to activate more beautiful souls, only because I want to big up more people so that you can have confidence, you can believe in yourself, and you can stop comparing yourself to other people, because again, we are all unique and we all have different talents and gifts and purposes on this planet. So stop getting caught up on the small shit. Let me give you an example. Someone with a body type you wish you had, or someone posting photos on a luxurious lifestyle of traveling, having extravagant things, etc. And you may feel like you live an ordinary ass life and you wish your life looked as glamorous. Again, but is it really what it is? You cannot believe everything that you see. And I truly believe that beauty is in the eye of the fucking beholder and not the outside looking in on their personal views. Change your perspective and the way you view external things and people. If you get jealous looking at someone else's photo, don't be a fucking hater. Acknowledge the beauty of the photo, but don't compare yourself to it or the person, because then you're taking it too far. And I know that this society has programmed us that, damn, if you see this, let me start looking at myself. Why? The only time you should be doing that is when you see someone that you may admire. If you see someone obtain a goal, look at what the goal was. Not the person, not the outfit, not the facial features, not the body features, but how did they condition their mind? How did they condition their soul and their heart to go after the things that they want, despite all of these people going after the same thing? How did they obtain that? That is what you should be trying to be inspired by. And I really want people to really, really challenge your thoughts, challenge your views, and really think in a small aspect versus something that's so large. For instance, the same way that you may have had anxiety, or you may have had some second thoughts on putting some kind of content, photo, whatever out there to the world on your social media platforms, you should ask yourself the same thing. Just because somebody may have looked good in a picture or a video to you, it doesn't mean that they may not have had the same thoughts that you had. How you know? How you know? Stop putting so much emphasis on other people, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Do your best to not judge. And if you find yourself down that rabbit hole, because if we are going to be real, we all may have had a jealous moment from time to time, but the afterthought is where the power lies. You can allow the seed of jealousy to fester and grow, or you can choose to use it to heal the broken fragments inside of you. So when you're faced with a similar situation of jealousy, you'll be able to admire the next person and still express gratitude for who you are and all the things that make you, you, boo. It makes you, you. Some of you really need to unplug from fucking social media. I did it for a while, and that's why it's so hard for me to get back into it, because I was tired of comparing myself to people. I was tired of feeling down in the dumps. And instead of that, I decided to go cold turkey and just get off of that shit and really focus on in the moment and in the real time life. That's what I needed to do in order to put my best foot forward, because I could see myself in a negative space. And at the time it was just so much drama back and forth. And I said, okay, I have the fucking power to disengage. I have the power to take myself away from this and build the life that I fucking want. And I don't need social media to damn do it. That's why it's so hard for me now in the era that we have stepped into, where social media is like the mainstream of networking. And I'm so unfamiliar and so uncomfortable with the shit. But it's a part of what I have to do on my ministry and on my fucking purpose for what has been called for my life. And it's a small price to pay, if I'm going to be honest. It is. Because I'm much stronger and I know who the fuck I am. And I'm still building my life because I check in the real world. Checking in on social media, it will always be the last fucking thing on my damn list. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. But like I said, I'm going to put my best foot forward in 2022 because I do want to reach more people that is like-minded like me. Not saying, and it just is what it is because it's my fucking social media. It's my platform. I don't have to have individuals on there that I do not mesh with. I don't mix with them. I don't understand the content that they put out there. I don't understand the need, the thirst, really putting so much value on what they put out there and wanting so much love in return from people that you don't know. Now, you can be blessed. You can even be favored, and you can definitely make some dope ass connections via social media, but it should never really fuck with your spirit, your purpose, or your heart. No. So unplugging from social media while you heal and truly honor the feelings coming up for you in your life like I did, it may be difficult at first to heal and perform some shadow work while still breaking your neck to stay updated on what is going on with everyone else via a screen, which is why I said cold turkey worked best for me. At the end of the day, you're only going to get one life on this planet. Yes, our souls will transfer over somewhere else and we will go to different realms, and you only get one damn human experience life on this planet. And so I don't have time to waste to get caught up in things that serve no purpose in my life. And you may have to definitely take that pledge as well if you're really serious, because if you feel like social media is really fucking with your spirit, it's really fucking with your drive, and it's really, taking you away from what it is that you're trying to accomplish, ask yourself, is it really worth it? Because if you already ain't fucking feeling good, then how you going to feel better in order to reach your goals? To make your dreams come true? How? Now, if you feel like you need the human connection, call up on some real friends, family, or associates that help you through this time and provide a healthy distraction. Deactivate your account for a while and live in the real world and not the world of a 5-minute presentation of someone else's life. Purge/delete any people or accounts that may trigger the worst parts in you until you are strong enough to not judge yourself for what you view as shortcomings. I promise you that all of the answers and solutions to loving yourself more, appreciating your life for exactly what it is, and allowing others to have a crown to wear without you secretly wishing it falls reside in you. Stop comparing yourself, your life, and your blessings to others. If I'm ever triggered on social media because I'm human like everyone else, what I like to do is view the photo or the video, acknowledge the beauty in it and on the person, acknowledge my own beauty in life, and remind myself that we are all uniquely made and I cannot envy what I do not personally know to be true. See, some of y'all be out here losing your whole damn mind on assumptions and what you made up about someone else based off of a photo or a 1.5-minute video, and you take it and run with it. But did you ever stop to ask yourself why? Why is it so important? Is all of this cyber stalking and comparing going to change the circumstances in your life? That's what I had to ask myself, and it did not. That's why I had to dip set off that bitch. And I don't regret it. This train in the background just won't let me live, so, it's all right. I didn't add that into the video. I just live behind some train tracks. Now, the next time you feel triggered or jealous on social media, try my technique at least for a month and tell me if it changed your views and elevated the way you see yourself and others. Let's stop hating and instead do more loving and uplifting so everyone can believe in themselves as much as they worship the lifestyle of social media influencers, followers, friends, whatever the hell you want to call them. So y'all know what time it is. I appreciate you for checking out the social media jealousy insecurity episode with the long ass motherfucking title, and can't wait to talk my shit in episode 7 where we'll be discussing jealousy in a relationship and rejection insecurities. That episode will be lit. Talk to y'all soon. Bye. That's it for this episode, y'all. As always, thank you for tuning in to Sims Vessel Podcast. I really appreciate the love and support. I pray you were able to take away something from this episode or pass it along to somebody in need. Remember, a seed can't grow unless you water it. So get your ass up and bless up. I love y'all. Later.